Building a page is one of the most important things to learn about Cascade, so we're going to break it up into 3 sections: the anatomy of a page, editing an existing page, and adding a new page. First, we are going to review the anatomy of a page that you can create in Cascade. For this example, we are going to examine the default page of a folder in the /web site. Every folder automatically has a landing page which must be called default in Cascade. This is a mandatory setting that allows Cascade to designate the first page that users will land on when selecting a folder or page. Also, the URLs of default pages can be the URL of the folder or the URL of the folder plus /default.php. The left navigation of a page is made up by the items in the deeper parent folder that the page is housed in. For example, this default page has items in the left navigation that reflect the items from the folder in the site content area. In this case, the items in the left navigation are the deeper folders within the parent folder. This means that each folder has a display name that is appearing in the left navigation. Both folders and pages have display names that will appear in the navigation, but on your live site, your users won't be able to tell the difference between the display names until they click on it. Once they click on a folder's display name, a menu will appear in the left-hand navigation with the contents of that folder. If they click on a page's display name, it will simply take them to another page. To hide an item from the navigation, click No in the Include in Navigation option in the editing interface, or leave the display name field blank. Often, people will not include images, documents, or certain pages in their navigation depending on the desired format. Also, if something isn't showing up in your navigation, make sure that it is included in navigation and has a display name. You can reorder the items in your navigation by opening the parent folder, selecting the order column in the main content area, and dragging and dropping the items in your folder to the order that you wish them to be in. This will change the order the display names appear in either the left or top navigation. The main content area of a page is the content that you can edit on the page. This is the area that will include the images, text, or embedded media that you want to include on your page. It is important to connect what your page looks like while editing the page and what it looks like once you have submitted it. This is the display name that will appear in your navigation. To learn more about display names, check out our video on naming conventions. The title will appear at the top of the page and is the heading 1 for your web page. It is important to have a title for accessibility reasons and for Google searches. Google prioritizes web pages that have a heading 1 and good organization. Rows are horizontal cells that hold the content you create and can be vertically divided into columns. This means that rows hold columns. You can format your page using as many rows and columns as you wish. You can add a row or column by clicking on the green plus icon on the row or column, delete them by clicking on the red minus, and rearrange them by clicking on the blue up and down buttons on the row or column. Finally, the Advanced section beneath the text editor is where you can add blocks and plugins. This is what the above content and below content options look like on the submitted page.